Your road is here from 4:30 p.m. to 4:30 a.m.
Okay, well, let's say 5 o'clock, or are they supposed to call the gatehouse, or
They should be
does
calling the
everybody have
gatehouse.
that number?
But again, Joe, as I said, we can't push blame on our security company if we don't provide them with the proper information,
Right,
okay? KW superseded us, okay? Keep in mind now, we've really only been active here less than 14 working days, okay? So we're really struggling to play catch up. And as you yourself know, we've got our hands into everything that's going on here, okay? We need to get back. Actually, the security company just sent me the SOP today. So I'm going to review that. Okay, board members will review it. We'll have our input to it. Yes, you will get an emergency call number for both. Okay?
okay,
Should we elect to hire our own specialist, he will be state licensed. Okay? We're not playing with wannabes. Just as I'm licensed, your security people will be licensed. All of our staff will be professionals at their own appropriate levels. This is something that's been long overdue here. So yes, there will be emergency call lists posted. There's a lot of changes coming. It's just, it's going to take some time to work it out. Your other question?
yeah, you mentioned.
Well,
the-
wait, I want to
you
hold
mentioned-
questions. The board doesn't have a motion on this. I will now take a motion to hire a new security chief for International Village. Who's going to make the motion?
What's the cost?
Nobody?
I, Mark Jones, make a motion to hire a professional security specialist whose sole function will be to stop violators of our rules, condo docs, and state laws.
Okay, who seconds?
I'll second it.
Stewart seconds? Okay. Okay, let's have the board discussion on this. The board has to talk about this. I think we've said quite a bit already, that this is the only way that we can attack this. We can't do it with volunteers. This is someone who is gonna be dedicated to work, sometimes in the evening, sometimes in the night. He's gonna have his own office, he's gonna have his own computer, he's gonna have access to all the owner records that he needs, he's gonna know who's living where, he's gonna have everything available at his hand. That's gonna be his only job, is to make it right. Somebody dumps garbage in the mailroom, bring the garbage to him, he'll open it up, he'll find out who sent it. Yeah, that's what you gotta do. Just put on a pair of gloves and do it. I did that. I stopped some people years ago, and that's the way to do it. And you go to them and you give them back their garbage and tell them to come in the office, and that's all. This is how we have to play hardball with these people. Okay, anything on the board?
When I initially read this, I said to myself, I'm for it 100%, but I was against the fact that it's gonna cost us X number of dollars. But I sat down with Henry and he proved to me, with the savings we're getting, it's practically free. So he's got my support 100%. It's long, long overdue.
Let me have it.
The savings will be monumental, because if it brings up the prices of every unit owner's apartment by $5,000, tell me what that's worth, or $10,000, when this community is better, and people will pay more to come here.
A few weeks ago, Scott and I sat and met with the head of security for the company that we have here. And I found that there was many reports. There's a satellite that can view right into your driver's license on the back of your car. That all these reports have been being turned in since they started here, but there's been no one to be able to review them, to look at them, to follow up on them, to do anything. The security company that we have can't possibly do that. This is part of what they give to us. There's been reports handed in for the several months, but no one's bothered to take the time to review them. You need someone here just to review those reports, to follow up on them. A committee, yes, that'll be helpful. There are going to be people that walk around, which Kim Smella and other people in Sydney and everyone that Scott had mentioned have been sending reports. Those things will get forwarded on, and they do. And then somebody has to go back out and look. We definitely need this. This is very, very important, and it will improve the village.
Anyone else on the board want to say anything? Okay, unit owners, sir?
I'm concerned about the driving. They don't stop.
Come on up here, I can't hear you.
the driving in the village. I mean, they drive like it's a super highway,
Okay.
they don't stop at any stop.
Okay.
I'm a walker, I walk.
I agree with you 100%. Years ago, we had speed bumps in the community, and the board took them out. They shouldn't have taken them out. They should have left in and made them into speed humps that you see out on the road. So to put them back is gonna cost money. Now, we're planning to do some top coating in the next few months, depending on the timing and the manager's decision. And it's been contemplated that we would put back speed humps into the village in several places. It's not that expensive. That will slow them down. But more than that, we have to be able to know who these people are. It used to be when someone went through the gate and was speeding around the turn and then heading down toward the French section there, you could look on the screen in the clubhouse, in the guardhouse, and you see who that guy was. And years ago, we used to send them a notice. We saw you speeding, or we saw you speeding down toward the Heidelberg because we caught you on the barcode screen in the guardhouse. And we told the people, we'll just take your barcode away. And that's it, and we don't have to play pussyfoot with these people. We'll give them one warning. If it happens again, you don't get a barcode. You come in and wait like everyone else. That's a privilege. So this is what we can do. You gotta play hardball on all of these things, and the new programs that we are considering have to integrate with one another. The ones with the passes, the ones with the speed, with the barcodes at the gate, the entrance, everything, the clubhouse passes that they put in, all have to be put together into one big program that will accept all of these conditions. And Henry says we can do it, so I'm counting on that.
Good.
Okay, Phoebe.
If you do put in these speed bumps in the front of the building,
Humps. We don't bump anywhere, we hump.
I would suggest that you put them behind the buildings also. I live in the Grenoble, and I face the back. I have a speed track there. You cannot imagine how fast these cars go.
I know,
And
but
it
someone's gonna get hurt.
frightens me
And you know who's
because I
responsible?
see children-
International Villages.
I see children.
Because we haven't done anything about it. We're responsible. Someone gets killed, we're gonna get sued. We're gonna say, yeah, it wasn't us, it was us, because we didn't stop these guys.
So if
And you know
put
who
them
the biggest,
put them back
the
there,
biggest
too.
violators are not necessarily the residents, they're their guests. If a guest comes in, we know who he is and where he's going, and we see him speeding, we say, you can't come here anymore because you speed. Don't come back, we won't let you in. And the law permits us to do that. This is a private community. We don't have to let anyone come into this community that we don't want to. We don't have to let the police department come in unless his lights are flashing, or the fire department. And we're not allowed, we don't have to let repo people come into cars, and we don't have to let process servers come in unless they go to the office. This is what happens. Everybody gets waved in. Oh, I'm a summons server. Yeah, you come on in. Oh, I'm a repo. I got to pick up a car. Well, let's find out where he's going. Maybe he's stealing cars. Who the hell? I don't know. Okay. Go ahead, Gloria.
Me? Okay, yeah, I want to say something.
Yeah.
Could you please check more carefully the application for the people they rent here? Because we have so many bad people.
Everything. We gotta redo
have to do
everything.
something.
Everything has to be redone. In the back, who's that? Stand up.
Are you also going to enforce the no pet rules that are here in the village?
Absolutely. We put up a sign, and nobody came down, and as soon as we're ready, we're going after them, tooth and nail. We don't like people walking their dogs around, pooping on the grass and say, I don't care. We'll get rid of these people.
But they're not supposed to have dogs to begin with.
No.
Correct.
We are fully within our rights to enforce the rules, okay? Again, everything has to be done in a controlled manner. If we just go after this haphazardly, we're gonna be right back to where we are now.
There are some people who are sick who need little dogs. Claire Fleischman is very ill. She's laying in her bed in the Interlochen 1J. She has a little dog that she keeps in the house and never goes out. House trained. Well, fine. Keep her there. But we don't want people just taking advantage. We have people that have tiny little dogs that take them out of the community and walk them. That's fine. Who cares? But they've got to register the dogs. Every case has to be treated separately. We can't discriminate, but we could have certain rules. Mickey?
Yes, there's this lady on 1R. And Saturday morning, I was on my way out to pick up prescription, and I took it out, but I don't know. So I asked her, why is the dog run all over? She said, well, I was trying all the way to Poland. Yeah, I paid my rent, I already registered my dog. She's not
Okay,
sick.
here's the answer, Mickey.
Yeah.
Mickey,
And the barking
we'll
dog.
have a guy working here who will address that like it's the most important thing in the world. He'll go to her, but you have to give him the information. Don't tell me you saw somebody, see where they live, they'll go and knock on the door. I hope he has a uniform, okay? I hope he has a uniform and has some authority to let them know that he's the sheriff.
I took one out and I found poop that I walk every morning around the grass.
I sent you an email last week on it. The lady's
Okay.
name, the owner's name.
Well, the emails you get me complaining, and I get a bunch, I send them right over to Henry.
Barking at night.
That's why he wants a specialist, nobody can do it. Go ahead.
Yeah, just two things again, just for Harvey's information. We did sign paperwork several years ago with the Lauderhill Police to come in and enforce and issue tickets. Unfortunately, our stop signs at that point were illegal. Now they've been upgraded and supposedly they're all legal, so that the tickets are enforceable. So they're
That's
more than
good.
willing to come back
Absolutely.
in. You want to call Officer Marto?
They'll be happy to come in here.
Yes, absolutely. Officer Marto.
One of the roles of your security person, okay, so remember, he's here for the community, is to work hand in hand with law enforcement, not only for traffic situations, but for our happy hookers and our little drug dealers. Get them out of here once and for all.
Well, again,
So again,
we have a
he's
rep,
here.
we have a policeman.
We'll do that, we'll do
Yeah,
that.
Officer Martin. Second thing, you just said it again. I know we had a lot of drugs and stuff going on here and still do. You mentioned the hookers. Are you gonna publish that unit number or?
Joe, stop by the office, I'll give you the information.
Do you need a date?
You need references? Anybody else? Mark
The
Richmond.
last question, the super cop, chief of police, whatever you wanna call him, he comes at odd hours, works his own schedule, so to speak?
I have no idea.
He has flexible hours, but those hours are approved through the office, and don't fool yourself, okay? I've been on this property at night.
You don't nominate.
No. You gotta make the motion first.
I'm making a motion.
And then we have to vote on it, and then
Okay,
we
got
do
it,
that.
got
We
it.
have to vote, not on Muriel Ash, but placing this on the agenda.
Right, got it. We need a majority plus one. I got it.
Jane's here,
Yeah.
Okay. The law requires that a majority of the board as a whole, which is 5, plus 1, has to vote to put this on the agenda.